Stephon Gilmore and Steven Nelson are officially off the market. So, when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all already know what that means. Will the Philadelphia Eagles draft a cornerback in the first round? That's the million-dollar question when you really think about it, because they have 2 first-round picks, the 15th and the 18th overall pick. And honestly, I'm not really sure what they're going to do with it. I'm actually fairly nervous when it comes to Howie Roseman and his draft, because if we're being honest with ourselves, Howie Roseman hasn't really proven to be the most reliable drafter or the most reliable evaluator of talent. But when you think about the cornerback draft class this year, it's actually very good, especially when you think about the top 5 guys who can all potentially go in the first round. Guys like Ahmad Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley Jr., Andrew Booth Jr., Trent McDuffie, Roger McCreary, Kair Elam. There's a handful of guys that can most definitely get picked in this first round. And there are a few guys who might be able to go top 15, even top 10, like Sauce Gardner and Derek Stingley Jr. Sauce Gardner is obviously the biggest name outside of Derek Stingley Jr. Sauce Gardner has risen above, even Derek Stingley in this draft class, and some even consider him to be a top 5 talent in this draft class, not just a top 5 corner, but a top 5 talent. And some publications have him ranked second, third, fourth. So you really can't, based off of everyone's evaluation, you really can't miss with Sauce Gardner. You think about everything he brings to the table just from his measurables, being 6'3" and 190 pounds at that corner position. He's able to match up with anybody at any point, any speed, any sort of athleticism or build. He can match up with that 6'3" frame. Then you got a guy like Derek Stingley, who weighs about 195 pounds, 6 foot flat. Andrew Booth Jr., 194 pounds, 6 foot flat. A lot of these corners are all in that 190 to 200 weight range, that weight class. And all of these guys are pretty much 5'11" to 6'3". So it's really about what you want for your system, what you want for your defense. It's all about picking your flavor at the end of the day. Do you want the big body guy in Sauce Gardner? Do you want the guy who's supremely technical, the guy who has that lineage, that football pedigree in his name, like a Derek Stingley Jr.? Do you want a guy like Andrew Booth Jr., who gives you a combination of the Derek Stingley and Sauce Gardner type? Trent McDuffie, who's actually on the smaller side. Roger McCreary, who's on the smaller side. And Kair Elam, who's on the taller side as well, up there with Sauce Gardner in that 6'2", 6'3" range. But overall, when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, they have to pick a cornerback in this draft. Will it be the first round? I don't know. And we have so many needs. The Eagles have so many needs, so many holes all over the team. You really can't go wrong with either way you decide, whatever pick you decide to go with, in terms of position. Now, you can definitely get it wrong by picking the wrong cornerback. That's a fact. There are only a few guys in this draft class that I think are home run hitters you can't miss, and that's Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley Jr., and Andrew Booth Jr. But other than that, everyone else is a crapshoot for me. But when you think about other positions like edge rusher, wide receiver, safety, the Eagles have so many needs, and sometimes you find yourself flip-flopping on which guys you want them to pick. But overall, they need to go with the best player available, and if it makes sense for their situation. It's just that simple for me. But I want you guys to comment below. Who do you guys think the Eagles are going to pick in the first round with one of those picks, the 15th and 18th overall? Will they choose a cornerback, an edge rusher, a wide receiver, a safety? I would love to hear your thoughts. Make sure you guys comment below. If you're new to the content, make sure you subscribe as well. I'm always grateful for newcomers to the fold. And on top of that, make sure you guys continue to check the links down below. Check out the Chalk It Up merch shop. We got a lot of stuff in there for you guys to lock in on and lace yourselves with. And I appreciate all the love and support. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.